What up, ladies and gentlemen? It's your boy KB, your way to win this. It's the Artmosphere brought to you by the Pawn Collective. You know what we is? It's all about light, it's all about creativity, it's all about youth, it's all about together birds, and it's all about me. It's all from everything. And first off, I'm gonna kick this off by saying a happy new year. There's a bad new year. I mean, if you have a New Year goals, New Year, New Me, I mean, keep it to yourself, but make sure you fulfill it. I mean, don't be like some people. I'm not calling names. I have some friends. Well, you know what it's like. You know what it is. We always bring you the best and the best of young people who are creative, who are vibrant, who are intelligent. I mean, you know me now. I don't before you, I'm one of the. And I'm here with someone who is not just a creative. She's a friend. She is a very, very talented artist. I call her an artist. She's a photographer, but I call her an artist.
Photography is arts.
Yeah, exactly. I call her an artist. I don't know what you're going to call her. And she's very inspiring. I mean, why she handles my phone to tip. See, yeah, don't worry. No, I'll put some shots that she's taking of me over time. And I'll talk about no other person than Rachel Seidu.
Yeah.
Like my boss.
Yes, she did.
I feel I mean, it's been a long time coming. I don't choke me from that already.
Normally.
And you'll finally, yeah, thank you so much for joining us on this episode.
Grazie. You're welcome.
Yeah, well, we put it for Sunday. It's actually a good day to put this episode because, man, when they got traffic truck, you know, man.
Bro. Nah.
It's crazy.
Lagos traffic.
I made the introduction. Just tell us a little bit about yourself, what you do. Before I engage into high-paying email daily.
Okay, my king. My name is Rachel Seidu, and I am a visual storyteller. So I like to call what I do visual storytelling because it's, as an artist, you should be allowed to explore whatever mediums you want, as long as you are telling whatever stories you want to tell. Personally, I explore photography and filmmaking to tell my stories. So that's why I prefer to just use visual storyteller because, visual storyteller based in Lagos and formerly based in Benin. Because now, I don't graduate now. May nobody call me based in Benin again. Based in lyrics.
Who can see you are more like international. I mean, you gotta check out. She got like some really awesome stuff like on Vogue, New York. See. I don't want to say too much. Matter of fact, just hit up Google if you don't know what to do with your social media or your phone. Just hit up Google and just search for the. See, make about see if Kami doesn't talk. You get so basically. Your arts, your art is it's really compelling. Like there is no way I will see your piece and I won't actually feel what you wanted and feel. I don't know about other people, but personally, I know whenever I see your works, added the video, the photography, everything always has something unique.
Thank you.
And I always see a signature in the style in the photography. I mean, there are many photographers out there. I know a lot, but there's just something about your doors. It's just mind blowing. So like, how does it work? The whole process. Like, how do you just? Is it that I know it's not the thing you just pick up a camera and it's like 5 bed shoot. Exactly.
Okay. So that's basically you asking me about my process. That's the summary of all this. Just so
thank you.
So personally, to create my work. Before I create the piece itself, I have already done like background work. Like that means I've already like done research, and that's when I'm shooting like on a particular project. Sometimes I shoot spontaneously. Like I just pick up my camera and say, okay, today this light is too beautiful. I had to shoot something.
Of course, I have some. Of course, I'm a testimony.
But when I'm working on an actual project, first of all, the first thing I do is research, talk to people that I know that can relate to the story, people that have experienced the story I'm trying to tell in that piece. So when I talk to them and I write down the type of shots I want to have, like the type of emotions I want these pictures to have, I write them down. that this is what I want people to feel when they look at these photographs. So when I shoot them, and if I personally do not feel that way, I'm not going to put it out.
Yeah.
I'll rather reshoot it. Like for example, we're on relay stuff together 2 years ago. So when I was going to do my shoots for that bootcamp project, I already did one before. But when I wasn't just feeling it, like during the shooting and everything, I wasn't feeling it. So the next day, I just reached out to 2 other friends that I'm coming to your house to come and shoot you for something. So I asked them to take their mom's clothes and everything, and we shot with that. And when I finished, I was more satisfied with those ones than the first one.
Felt more.
It felt more in tune with the story I was trying to tell. So that's basically, like, I believe that personally, I feel that when you can relate to the story, when you, the artist, can relate to the story, it makes it easier to tell a compelling story that people would feel, because it's coming from here, you know. It's coming from the heart, and it's some stories that you have lived yourself. So I feel that those stories are easier to
kind of like it goes just beyond taking.
Exactly, it goes beyond just clicking. Yeah, the camera is just a medium in that storytelling, and that's why I'm entering films these days, because I feel like with films you can. I'm not. It doesn't take anything away from photography, but I enjoy the fact that there's movement, and you feel me.
I feel that's the difference between you and me as a painter and whatnot. Because for me, I just take my phone. You just say, this is nice. I don't even care about angle. I don't care about rules. I think I say something about rule of third though.
Those things are very important.
Like take all good stuff. And that's just basically me, what I do. And I feel that that's like the difference. And that's the difference in craft. And that's like beautiful, you understand? No, putting that work out there and people just see it. That takes me back. You mentioned about our time in AKT back in 2020. Yeah, we knew each other. So, I mean, back then, the end SARS was around that same era. So, I mean, your confidence going out to take, that was the moment I come up for you, like, totally, like, yo, Rachel is a god. Oh, see, like, it was crazy.
They make me shy, my king.
I'm saying, see, that moment actually made me see something, because I saw some of your works. I saw some of the works you made, and they were beautiful. I felt like the emotions people out there, because of the protests, we were like protected or safe where we were, but we weren't really seeing what was going on. We're just reading it in news.
Yeah.
But every time you stepped out and you came back, and I saw shots you took, and like, yo, I actually feel the emotions of these people and what is happening out there, and my mind was always blown every time. I was like, that's insane. Like,
thank you.
That confidence, I feel where that confidence come from. Because me, in my head, in a situation like that, I would feel once they see me with a camera, I'm a suspect. You understand what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
I do think I hope it's already called videos or something like that. But like that confidence, I mean, I shouldn't be asking this, but like, how did you come about? Like,
I've always been a very bold is the word for me. I've always been a very bold person. Like, if I want to do something, I'm going to go ahead and do it. Like, I think it's stubbornness that cultivates this boldness. You know, where your mom said, don't do this thing. Now that thing you won't try. Now there it is start from. Sure you get. So, like, even when I was in primary school, there was this time in my primary 4, there was this teacher that we had. That uncle, we used to draw nakedness stuff on the board. Like, you're going to draw penis for children and all of that. Sorry, mute that word when you're so I was like, what the fuck? This is so weird. And I was like 8 years old then. So I went to meet my proprietor, and I told him that uncle used to draw nude stuff on the board. I don't know why. And they were so shocked that, wow, you are this small, you're telling us this, blah, blah, blah. They sacked the guy. Yeah, they fired him. Before they found him, I was being provided government teachers. So I've always been somebody that I know they really feel like that. I know they really feel like that. Now small, before anything fear me,
they take a while.
It does take a while, but now the smallest thing they fear me.
I know.
For example, cockroach, they fear me. Chicken, they fear me.
Why you judge chicken?
When the disciples, I don't know what I get. But aside those things, like no. I did like if I get what I want to do, I got to do. Sure you get. So yeah, it has really helped me in life. It has helped me like get so many stuff because I realized very early enough that if the closed mouth, like what's that this thing? A closed mouth doesn't close destiny. Or a closed mouth doesn't get fed.
Get fed, of course.
That shit is true. I realized that those people that are bold and outspoken and all of that,
Yeah.
they get things easily, even when they're not qualified.
Yeah.
They get opportunities easily.
Speaking of opportunities, I mean, I see your work in the New York Times. I mean, if
Not
you
good.
I was right. You see,
Not good. Not good.
I'm right. We'll have a conversation that doesn't concern you. The person doesn't even know you. I was like, yeah. When you told me about it, I was starting to thinking about my friend, which I say, do you know she's a New York Times, right? She's so she's actually.
Hey.
It's a thing to be proud of. Yeah.
Yeah, we bless Jesus. See, we bless Jesus. We bless Jesus for the journey because it's been crazy.
I
Like
mean, bro, then it's been great.
from shooting with my phone to being able to afford the camera, like my journey is a miracle, and I bless Jesus again one more time.
What is your motivation, babe?
My motivation is that it's many things. One of it is I think about where I'm coming from. Like I came from very, very, very tough sapa, you know. Tough one. So I don't want to go back there. I don't want to go back, my kid. So that's number one motivation. Like that's something that keeps me working. Also, for some reason, I've always been confident that I was going to make it in life. Like I just knew it. Like on my Facebook bio, I've not used Facebook in like 5 years, but if you check my bio, the last time I used Facebook, I think when I was like 17, I wrote that I'm going to be famous because I was just sure. It's sure for me. So I did not know what was going to make it happen, but I just knew that it was going to happen, and that's been my motivation as well. That I'm destined for greater things, and I've not even started. That's the crazy part. All this one are small things.
See what I call you for? See what I call you for? It's like you're always with that fire, you're always with that ginger, and it's really beautiful and it's inspiring. I tell you every time you see we see each other's work and all of that, and it's really really inspiring. Aside the fact that you're a fun person, I'm not gonna deny.
I know. I mean, be the life of a party piece. Like, I know they go party, but if I go.
That's the weird thing about you. Don't really go for a party, but whenever you're there, you tell like, a hype man for porn or something.
Maybe I'll even consider my second career stuff, or maybe I do small hype. Mama still save small money.
Yeah,
I see him.
it's crazy. No,
Well, add money to sweets. I don't need it.
that's why. Of course, I don't sweet.
Add money to sweets. Jesus.
I feel that's one thing I like about you, the fact that you just know how to push your parents and just know how to like do it the way it is. You feel me? I see it in your work and I see it in the way you work. I mean, I've spent time with him. Like, oh, Rich, I know said you, if you waste time, you will think you come out.
As I should.
Exactly.
Because this life, time waits for nobody.
Don't wait for nobody at all. And
If you don't do it for yourself, who will do it for you?
And speaking of projects, still on project, we're watching like some of the videos you've made.
Yeah, film. Say
Films based.
A little
Film. Calm down now, calm down. We went to see. You know you're constantly yourself. I went to the same school. So yes.
not true.
Yeah, exactly. So let's focus on go out. So like I'll see some of the films you made, Bear, Closure. I started with The Color of Sadness when you put it out. That was like a year ago or something.
Yeah.
So like starting with the Bear, for example, like how did that come on that
So
and
Bear is like the fastest film I ever made. Like I did not write shit down. I just said, okay, so I shot Bear in this very, 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 very inside part of Warri.
Sorry.
See, us going on that trip was a fucking risk because the person that took us there was someone I just met during my teaching practice because I studied fine art education. You're an education student, so you know what I'm talking about.
I think we should get endorsed by look at your people doing great.
I'm telling you, even though the school are trash.
Yes.
let's not talk about it. I never do clearance. This will not be trash. Girl, I beg. It's a great school. Very nice surroundings. Very nice lecturers and teachers.
I should know the
Everybody's great.
they check their history. Like, wait, who's this one? He's green in bed. Okay. Call that back.
I beg you, may they not go hold my results.
But yeah, back to us.
So yeah, I met the guy. His name is Please let's forget the name. I don't remember. Don't put this, please. Thank you.
You can't remember his name.
Yeah. So the guy, I told him that I wanted to shoot at a beach, and I was in Benin then, so I didn't want to come to Lagos to shoot it. You know, if you know the hassle to shoot at beaches in Lagos,
Yeah.
it's fucking crazy. And it was a job for Canva, so I shoot for Canva as well. Yeah. So we had to shoot at a beach. So I reached out to this friend because he stays in Warri, and I've heard that there were beaches in Warri and stuff. So I reached out to him that I wanted to shoot at a beach there, and he said okay that he would take us to this very nice one that it's not that far apparently in the that place is far.
It's like those friends, they be like, hey, what check?
I'm telling you.
Where you know you're walking like these guys.
So when we got to Warri, we had to take another bus where we take the boat, and we took the boat to the place for like 2 hours. Me, both the models, we had 2 models, 2 of my assistants, and a makeup artist, and the stylist as well. So 7 of us. If they wanted to kill us, that's how we just die, because we don't know where we did.
I mean,
If then they don't kidnap us, sell us into captivity now. That's why if I don't go. We went with the guy, and when we got there, the next day we did the shoots that we had to do. Like we stayed in one nonsense hotel like that, and that was the best hotel there. Now 5K per night for that hotel. The big room that 6K. The small room that 5K. Once I know the bathroom, they go fetch your back up. Bro, that place now, like, and that place is crazy. Like,
in our trenches.
Bro, like,
In our trenches.
they don't even count that place as Warri. That's how inside it is. So, on the day we're supposed to leave, I was like, I did not come all this way to shoot just one project. I cannot waste my time, like, come all this way and shoot just one thing. No, I have to make a film here. We will do something before we leave here. So I called both of my assistants. I told them that they are going to be the model for this film, not the models we came with. Yeah, so the stylist, the clothes that we used for the shoots the other day, we used it to style them. And we went out. We're not like, okay, let's do something. What are we going to do? Stand here. Yeah, just move your body.
The location was this.
That place is beautiful. I would have loved to go there again, but
The location was
no, that place is too far.
to the part where I think you told me before we started this, and the place was very, very far.
No, very far. So safety first, man. So yeah, like I just channeled how I was feeling at that moment into the film. Like I was feeling like kind of free in my mind, you know. I was feeling not bare. I won't say bare, but maybe bare. Bare and nakedness. But I was feeling kind of like free, you know. The environment was influencing me, and so I channeled all of that into the story. Like you can see that there are no dialogues, just movements, and just the environment and all of that.
For me, the movement actually tells a story.
Yeah, so it's just to do with peace of mind, you know. When you are devoid of life struggles and everything, and you're just in that moment, you are in that moment at that point in time. So that was it. And then the title came after Bear, and that Bear felt good to me as the title for the film. Yeah.
It's like really also glad. Looking at some of your other projects, there's this one titled "You Be Mad So."
Yeah, that's the project for the young contemporaries.
And the idea, and also takes me to what I see on your Instagram bio, like gender bender.
Gender bender. That name was given to me by a friend, and I was like, "Oh, nice! I like it."
And then I feel it's quite beautiful and enlightening. You know, the world we live in, and more people are more open-minded these days.
Mm-hmm.
Putting the narrative out there, and looking at this your project, you'd be mild. So like the background, the ambience, the colors, and even the ones that are monochromatic. So like it makes me ask sometimes, like, how does this whole mind just work?
So you know this place that we shot this thing. People they pass, they go toilet because now their backyard. Smart thing, they go say me remove.
I gonna say I don't you call this one.
They go say me remove, they go pass. So you know, conceptualizing is the cocoa of storytelling.
Of course.
Is the what's the English of cocoa?
Let's go, Coco.
Okay,
Let's go,
okay.
Coco.
It's the cocoa of storytelling. It's conceptualizing, because when you have the story, how you conceptualize it is what makes it come to life.
Of course.
Yeah. So in my work, I like to be as minimal as possible.
That's it.
I like to be as minimal. I want the focus to be on my subject,
Of course.
not on one piece of. We are props. Props, man. They call it props in photography. I don't really use all of that. I like my subject to be directly focused.
Of course.
Yeah. So, talking about that gender bender thing. So gender bender is not just about my work, but about me too, because I am a mask presenting woman, as you can see. You get eye, they see 'em. So, see, you know, whenever I want to order Uber, I already know what next. When the guy answers the call and I say hello, he say good afternoon, sir. Before I used to correct them that I am not a sir, but then you person they tire for this kind of thing.
Dan, how long are you gonna keep doing
I did tell you. So I just say, okay, yes, I am coming. And when I get there, you know when you were, the guys, they're doing this thing, you know when you were talking to me, I think now is a man that,
Even worse, they will start looking at their phone, looking at you and looking outside the actual person that
I'm telling you,
coming.
I'll tell them that, well, you don't see him now. I am not a man, Rabbi. Or some will tell me, so why is your voice like, sure, we should ask God.
Exactly my point.
But yeah, we should ask God about it, because I don't know how to answer you. So, you know, that's why most of my stories are like, most of the stories I tell are in this type of line. Like, I tell a lot of quest stories.
Yeah.
Yeah. And I'm going to do more of that this year. That's the plan. To tell more of queer stories, because not so much stories about queer people are being told, and it needs to be done. And somebody has to do it, you know.
What are the challenges so far? I mean, talk about the theme of most of your work. Of course, you as an artist, I do ask a lot of artists this question. What are the challenges that you face?
Honestly, I don't like to see anything as challenges. Personally, I always believe that it's just part of the journey to the end goal. So I just take everything as it comes. Like, I don't think anything is challenging me currently, because whatever it is, you are looking for a solution to make. So I just take it as part of the process that will help me become a better artist. I don't see it as a issue, as a problem, you know. I know they look at me like that. I did very positive minded.
So when others see challenges, you see a solution.
I see a solution. I see something that will help me grow, because I know that when I'm overcoming this, I'm becoming a better person. Yeah, you know. So that's the first thing. Always be positive minded.
That's word. So like, when you're not working or doing anything,
I just sleep. You know, give me say I did do. I did sleep.
So I basically know on my day.
Yeah.
You know,
I don't have a social life. When I'm not working, I'm either sleeping or I'm pressing my phone. You know the past those two things. Or I watch Family Guy.
Family.
Or Friends. Those are the only two shows I watch in my life.
Really?
If I finish one, I go to the next one. If I finish one, I go back to this one. If I finish one, I go back to this one again. I don't they like anything to make my life hard. I mean, I did live for Nigeria. Life hard. Why would they watch talk shows? So now only cartoon I they watch. Cartoon. Never growing old, you know. Young forever. Forever young.
Oh, well, I mean, I deal with that. I mean, for me, my own is the same. Almost the same.
Maybe I give me
Video game, fake anime. Basically just rotates. Rotate the whole thing.
How many artists get social life safe?
To be very honest, to be very honest,
It's a lot of work. You know?
minimal is a lot of work. Because when you're not working, you're thinking of the next concept.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Like sometimes you're just pressing your phone number and one idea will just drop in your head. Quickly go and write it down.
Write it down and all that stuff, and that's actually beautiful. But so, well, before we leave, I mean, anything for your friends, anything for boys.
So this year I'm going. Oh God, the light is so beautiful. Look at the sun.
Hey God,
We don't they look. I'm saying this.
This
I don't know what to talk about. Now I know if you hide that again. It's so beautiful. Yeah. So this year, God will bless everybody in Jesus' name.
I still eat here.
This year, everybody's also will pay. That's all I have to say.
We pay.
Everybody's also will pay. As long as it's legit. If your also is not legit, it will not pay in Jesus' name.
Finish your sister.
Amen. So, I have some projects that I'm working on that I'm very, very excited for because I believe that they would make my career have a. I'm not really English either, so.
Yeah, we get.
But it's like I could get career increments.
So basically, New York Times is just a start.
It's just a start. It's all that small.
Would he pepe?
So, but I'm more excited for my personal work than jobs and assignments and stuff because your personal work is what shows your advancement
Matters.
as an artist. So yeah, so I'm excited for the personal works I'm putting out. I have this very big project also coming up with a very big brand, but I cannot mention yet. But when it's out, and I go see 'em. No worry.
And our blood we try.
When I'll see 'em. So I'm very excited for that. That particular one, I'm very excited for it to be out. It'll be out in March. I'm really, really looking forward to it. And then, like I said, my personal work, I'm very intent and focused on telling more quest stories this year. That's like my main focus this year.
And we look
Yeah.
to see.
Yeah, for film, photo book, photography, the print. I bought a film camera for this project. That's how serious I am about it.
Level.
I want everything to be like
Oh, the way the
king. I want the process to be part of the storytelling. I want everything to be very, very intentional. So I'm very excited for that, and I'm excited for you people to also experience
We'll
it.
be part of it. We'll be part of it.
Yeah.
And we would like to see what that's all about when it's finally up. We'd like to see their project, and I think that's the beauty of your word, the intentionality, like you said.
Grazie. I just hear that one. It is sweet me. Hey, God, I beg.
So thank you so much for being part of today's episode. I do really appreciate personally.
That's sponsored.
We appreciate you, and thanks for coming out. Thanks for sharing with us your process and your experience and everything. And I'm pretty sure some people out there are inspired. And if you didn't really understand what we're saying, take it back, watch it again, or listen again, whichever one suits you. And from us here to you over there, this has been another great episode with my boss, like I call her.
My king.
My boss, Rachel Seidu, who's of course a great photographer, a great artist. She's like everything in one. She's a
Super.
special person.
Super.
And so happy to share your show.
You know, go ask me what to be my word to the younger artists. You know this
To
shit.
be your word to the younger artists.
No, wow.
Yeah, what to be your word to the younger artists. Teach, catch them.
My words to the younger artists is be consistent.
Yeah.
That's the motto of everything. Be consistent in your work, in putting out your work as well, because if you don't put them out, nobody they see them.
Tell somebody else.
So how as you want it blue, as you want it
Exactly.
sure they feel me. So be consistent, and when good things start happening for you, be good to others as well. Don't hoard all the goodness. As you are climbing the ladder, make sure you are bringing people along as well. Yeah. So that's just be consistent and be a good person.
Or like what people would say, show love, baby.
Show love. Show love.
Show love.
Show love. Try to show love. Try to bring people, because if only you did that top, I wanted to be. they say na plenty cars na they make convoy.
No, but not.
Hey, what? But if now only they drive, no, not be convoy be that. Like, you go there stop for traffic. You go there stop for traffic because I only you there inside the thing. But like, now many cars they make convoy. Not forget, hold your guys too.
Exactly.
Feel me?
Thank you so much for that. And from us here to you over there, it's a wrap. Thank you so much. We'll see you next time. Peace.